Today we're going to begin painting our red fox. We're going to be using two different paintbrushes, the small and the medium. They're a size 2 and a size 6 brush. Once you have your two brushes, we're going to be painting the orange part of our fox first. So I'm going to use the larger of the two brushes. I'm going to do a tiny baby touch of paint. It should only be on the tip of that hairdo, and you're going to start painting. You can start at the head with the ears. You're going within that inside line, that top part of the head. Remember, the bottom part of the head is white, so we do not need to paint that. I carefully paint around the edges first, and then I can fill in the extra space. As I paint, if I use the point, I can have a nice thin line, but if I press down a little more, it will thicken up that line for me. I want my paint to be nice and smooth with no big lumps. Smooth those lumps out. Once I have my head finished, I'm going to start working on the body, over by the neck, the sides, and down the legs. Now remember, some parts of the legs are black, so I'm going to go about halfway with that. Now that I have my orange done, I'm going to go to the smaller brush to make my fox look furry. And so I do a little touch of my orange, and I'm going to add some little hairs because a fox does not have a hairbrush and its hair is not nice and smooth everywhere. It might have some color going into the white spaces. So I'm going to add little lines of hair that goes into my white, so it's not totally perfect. I'm going to do that along the head, and I did it along the belly. It might look a little weird at first, but as we keep going and adding more fur pieces, it will look more realistic. Now I'm ready to add some of those brown colors. I'm going to start with the brownish reddish color first. And I'm going to start right at the neck, and I'm doing small little lines. They kind of curve as you go. It's each individual hair, and you're going to repeat that through the whole body and down the legs. Now the hair should be going with the body. So as it goes from the neck over to the tail, when you get to the legs, it goes and follows the shape of the leg. So this part, it's starting to curve with the shape of that leg. Or it goes straight down with the front legs. My tail pieces will be a little bit longer, so I have those long hairs for my tail. Don't be nervous about doing the head. It is the same sort of deal you did with your body. Those hairs are going down from the top down to the nose. You will also be adding some of those lines into the ears, inside the inside of the ear, and then into the legs. Now I'm actually going to change back because I'm going to fully color my legs in, because remember, our legs are more of a black, so I'm going to get my base color done. So I went to my larger brush to fill in the second half of each leg, each paw, before moving on to my next brown color. So I went from the orange to the orange brown to the regular brown, and I will add in even more little hair pieces. It's okay if they overlap a little bit, but you're filling those spaces. I should still be able to see the orange underneath. This just helps darken some areas. I can add some details into the ears. Some of those foxes we had looked at had darker around the outer ear, so I went and added that, and I'm going to continue to add more pieces. Now I'm ready for my darkest color, my darkest brown, and that'll be really beneficial in your legs. While it is not a black, it starts to add more definition to your legs and add those little pieces of hair. To get a thinner hairline, do not press down as hard and use the point of your brush. I'm starting to fill in those ears, and if you have areas that got a little too dark, you can go back over with some of that orange to help with that. And there you have your painted fox.